Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about cringiness. I kind of talked about it in another video, but anyway, I wanted to talk about cringiness in general. Because, okay, so a lot of the times, and listen, I'm somebody who has social anxiety sometimes, like especially with people that I don't know really well or with people that I haven't talked to too many times. Oh my god, I'm sorry. And, like for instance, like today my mom and I went to a bunch of hairdressers because I'm going to do a perm. I want to do a perm, and we were asking about the different perms that there are and information about it to decide where to go. And there was this place where I went to alone, and there were these two girls, these two hairdressers, and as I was asking them questions and stuff like that, and also when I said bye and stuff like that, like they were looking at me in a kind of like and a kind of, and you know what I mean, like it wasn't that exaggerated, like the, you know what I mean, but it was a look kind of like sometimes girls, like especially younger girls, look at you like that, and it's like it kind of looks like they're questioning you. It's like, why the fuck are you looking at me like that? You know what I mean? Like, why? What is it about me? Like, is there something in my face? Do I look angry? Do I look stupid? Am I saying weird stuff? You know what I mean? I'm asking about a perm at a hairdresser's. Like, if I was asking about a perm at the supermarket or at the Bath and Body Works shop or at a, I don't know, sports cars, what do you call it? The store where you get those. Anyway, like, if I was asking another place, like a random place, somewhere where it has nothing to do, I don't know, a travel agency, if I was asking them about a fucking hair perm, like, of course they would look at me like that. But, like, if I'm at a hairdresser's, why are you looking at me weird? And you tend to look at yourself and you tend to think, like, okay, maybe it was my fault. Maybe I was looking weird. Maybe I was talking weird. Maybe I looked more anxious than I was. You know what I mean? Like, you tend to examine yourself and you tend to think, like, well, maybe it was me, you know? And, a lot of the times people look at you a certain way, kind of like questioning your entire existence. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are people like that, but really, they're just insecure. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really just here peacefully asking for something, you know what I mean? You're just coexisting, and people are already looking at you like that, they're insecure. Like, they just have to be. You know what I mean? Like, and I wanted to talk about cringiness because it reminded me of a time where one of my friends, I remember, we were given a presentation, right? It was for a subject where we did a group project, and there was a part where we had to tell like a story about how the project went. You know what I mean? Like the difficulties and the things that we went through that made it a little bit harder, whatever. And this friend of mine was not in my group, but it was in another group, and she was talking about their experience. Like, she was the one that wrote the story, and she wrote it in a very nerdy way. Like, she talked about it in a very Star Wars, superhero comic book way. You know what I mean? And obviously, I cringed. The rest of my classmates cringed. The rest of my friends cringed. I looked at everybody's faces. They were cringing just as much as I was. And let me tell you something. Being cringy is not bad. I'm not here to say, like, if you're cringy, you're embarrassing, whatever. No, no, no. Listen. Cringy doesn't, like, being cringe doesn't harm anybody. As long as you're not harming anybody, who fucking cares? Like, who the fuck am I to talk about any of that stuff? Like, I make content. You know what I mean? Like, I'm making these videos on the internet. Like, maybe people that know me in real life, maybe they would cringe. You know what I mean? If they watch this channel. Like, I haven't told anybody that I have this channel. Like, nobody, you know what I mean? Like, if anybody finds my videos, they're probably gonna cringe. Like, my TikToks, maybe I have a lot of friends that cringe at those videos. Like, my first, like, YouTube videos as well, the podcast that I've had. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people, I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people who have cringed at those things, because when you know somebody and they're talking about something, no matter how serious, how stupid it is, whatever, like, because you already know that person, you tend to not believe in that person. You tend to kind of have this, like, doubt in the person, you know what I mean? And when you see that somebody's trying to do something out there, you know what I mean, they really truly believe that that's cool or whatever, you can cringe, but that's really just an insecurity that you have. I don't fucking care if somebody's cringy. Like, I've gone to places where people have done or said, like, cringy things, and I'm like, I mean, when was the last time I did something cringy? Maybe it was yesterday, and I don't remember. You know what I mean? Maybe to me it wasn't cringy, but maybe it was to somebody else. Maybe even my parents have cringed at me. Maybe I have cringed at my parents before. You know what I mean? Like, everybody cringes at everybody at some point. You know what I mean? Maybe we've all had moments where it's like, shut up. You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, we all have those moments. I think we all have the right to cringe at other people, and people have the right to cringe at us, but that doesn't mean you should not be scared of being cringy because of what other people are going to say. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has been cringed at. Cringed at? Yeah, everybody has done cringy things and everybody has cringed. I think it's a human emotion just like any other. Just like you can be, just like other people can deceive you, you can deceive people. You know what I mean? Whether you realize it or not, whether they realize it or not, whether it's on purpose or not. You know what I mean? Like, these are just human emotions. Like, we can be grossed out of some people. Like, maybe these people are not doing it on purpose, but if somebody grosses me out, they gross me out. If I gross somebody out, I gross them out. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? Like, everybody, okay, so back to the story. Everybody was cringing at her. And I don't know if she noticed, but I try to keep a poker face. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna applaud her, and I even congratulated her for it. Like, call me a fucking hypocrite, but I congratulated her. I was like, no, I really liked the way that you did it like this and like that, because that was, you can see how happy she was explaining that shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can see how happy she was and how excited she was to tell the story that way. You know what I mean? And she was my friend. Friends support each other. So I was, of course, going to congratulate her, even though I was cringing so fucking hard. Like, I wanted to get out of that class, and everybody wanted to get out, I'm pretty sure. Like, you know, I was feeling secondhand embarrassment, and I think everybody else was. You know what I mean? And there was a lot of my friends who were even looking at her like this. And they were friends of hers, friends of ours. You know what I mean? Like, there was some classmates, it's like, well, I mean, they're not like friends or anything, so, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to pretend they are, whatever. Even though that's rude, obviously. Not keeping a straight face, that is rude. But you know what I mean? Like, everybody had those phases. Like, even foreign students, they were like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, they looked like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? You know what I mean? Like, okay, that was cringy, but who fucking cares? Like, she was happy doing that. She didn't harm anybody. The teacher was probably cringing as well, but even she congratulated her. She was like, listen, that was cool, girl. Like, yeah, who fucking cares? Who did she harm? Who did she harm? Who am I harming by making these videos? You know what I mean? Like, you're probably cringing at me. The people, especially the people that know me, probably think I'm cringy or whatever. Who fucking cares? I cringe at myself when I edit my videos, when I watch myself, when I hear my own voice. Like, I cringe at myself. Why did I make that face? Why did I do that? Why did I make that movement? Oh my god, I stuttered way too much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We all judge ourselves and we judge other people. We shouldn't be scared of being cringy or not or whatever. Just be your freaking self. And who cares what other people think? Like, it's fine to cringe. People are gonna cringe at you, and I think we should assume it. You know what I mean? Like, being cringe is being happy. You're not gonna stop yourself from doing things because it's cringe or whatever. I'm not gonna stop myself from making videos because I'm cringy or whatever. I'm not gonna go anywhere if I don't make these videos. You know what I mean? Like, videos are not gonna watch themselves, and if I don't make any videos, who's gonna watch my YouTube channel if I have no videos? You know what I mean? Like, do your thing, do whatever you want, tell people if you're doing it or not, share it with your friends or not if you want. Like, people are gonna cringe. People are gonna cringe at you at some point, whatever you do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure I've showed my parents, like, videos that I've made, and they've probably cringed. They've probably cringed as well. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many people that I've known that I'm like, dude, like, the guy I have a crush on, I have cringed at him. Like, he's done things that I've cringed at, because I'm like, brother, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I have felt secondhand embarrassment. Like, why the fuck are you doing that to yourself? Like, I have done that. And I'm pretty sure he's maybe at some point cringed at me, because I post a lot of shit on the internet. And he's probably like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is? You know what I mean? Like, maybe I posted things on the internet that he even cringed at. You know what I mean? I do not care what he thinks of me. He does not care what I think of him. You know what I mean? I like what I'm doing, and I'm proud of what I'm doing, and I believe in what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care what my crush thinks of me. I don't care what, you know what I mean, the people that I care the most about think about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? As well as he, like, the guy that I have a crush on, he shouldn't care what I think. You know what I mean? Like, you can see when somebody's really happy doing what they're doing. If he's happy doing what he's doing, he's not harming anybody, and it fulfills him, and he believes in what he's doing, why the fuck should he care what other people think? You know, he should keep doing what he's doing. And that's totally fine. You know what I mean? Just assume it. People are going to cringe. Who fucking cares? And you're going to cringe at other people like you're not a bad person. Like, I know when I cringe at somebody, I'm like, listen, I support, you know what I mean? Like, keep doing what you're doing if that makes you happy. Is it cringy? Yes. Do I feel secondhand embarrassment? Yeah. But if it makes you happy and you're not harming anybody, who fucking cares what I think? I'm cringing, but who fucking cares if I'm cringing? Just keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? Let's normalize it. Let's normalize it. Being cringe is fine. And cringing at people is fine. That's it. So yeah, that was my little rant of the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.